Hey, my name is Shingeki, and today we're going to take a look at the Hammond Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex, aka Rexy. First of all, forgive me for my setup as this is my first time doing a review video on this channel, so just don't mind the obvious imperfections here and there, but we're just going to continue on with the review. Alright, starting off with the head. The head has some movement on the jaw. It's not exactly smooth, it's more of like I don't know how to describe it, but like it's not like the jaws can move independently. They just like open at once, given this sort of weird jaw thing. The tongue can move up and down, so that's a pretty good thing. And then the membranes right inside here are made out of a flexible rubber, and that goes the same for the tongue as well, which gives them a very realistic, very almost gross feeling to them. Teeth are also rounded off, but whatever. Alright. The neck has a ball joint right here, so that gives it a whole range of movement. Or it can. The head can look side to side. There's also a ball joint right here in the midsection of the neck, which allows the Rex to look up that far and look down that far. And also, I can't forget this important thing. Every ball joint can be a swivel. Totally not stealing that from another YouTuber at all. Now, onto the arms. So, the arms can rotate a full, well, not really a full 360, but they can almost do so. They are incredibly tight joints. Probably one of the tightest out of the whole figure. The elbow can bend, and even the wrist can move using a hinge joint. And of course, this. The waist can rotate. Well, more accurately, it can move up that far, look down that far. A nice back turn and a slight crunch. Now onto the legs. The legs can do a full 360. They're on a ball joint, so they can have a limited range of movement, but still nonetheless can move. The knee is on a double hinge joint, so it can allow it to bend. This ankle piece, I think, can bend like this. It's on a hinge joint. Could also move around a bit. Oh, and also actually no, it doesn't move out. And the feet can swivel. So yeah. And the feet itself is on a hinge joint as well, so that means it can bend. However, it can be a bit difficult to bend it, considering that there's already a hinge joint right here, so bending it can be a bit difficult, but not impossible. Now, onto the tail. The tail It's on a ball joint, so that allows it to have a whole range of movement. So there's a ball joint here, a ball joint here, and that's where the ball joints end. And due to the ball joints, this allows them to have a pretty decent curve right there. And then the end of the tip of, near the tip of the tail, there's a wire in there, which allows it to have a somewhat natural look to it. However, I still feel like they could have just made all these segments into ball joints, but whatever. And finally, every ball joint can be a swivel. Now, being my very first Hammond collection figure in the Hammond collection toy line, this guy is pretty big. And by big, I really mean it. So, let's go on into some size comparisons, shall we? So, here, Transformers Kingdom Rat Trap, Bandai Creations Soft Vinyl 1954 Godzilla, and finally the Transformers Legacy Galvatron. So overall, this figure is pretty good, without a doubt. A really good figure, indeed. And besides that, there's really not much to say other than, well, I quite like it. So, I guess I can go on to how I rate this figure. Now, sure, I can get the critiques about the figure, like the fact how the head may not be as movie accurate than as expected, or the fact that it has such laughably big clown feet. But overall, there's not that much to complain about the figure. And who knows, maybe in the future, I can be able to customize it at one point. No time soon, though. But regardless, this is an amazing figure, and I would highly recommend it to every Jurassic Park fan, or pretty much any dinosaur fan altogether who likes this dinosaur, or just really wants to, well, have an excuse to have a really good and articulated dinosaur in their collection. So, if you like this video, that's good. If you didn't like this video, understandable because of its low budget, but whatever. But yeah, other than that, stay tuned for more reviews in the future, and well, I'll see you next time. Bye. Woo! Yeah, baby boy. Mwah. Alright. Man, this video is gonna be so good. I know it. Oh, what am I talking about? All I did was just rip off Javi the Hong and barely did anything original. But who knows? Maybe this might be successful. I just don't know. Maybe I'm just a big old dum-dum or something. Why the hell am I still recording this? Turn the hell